Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to my, I guess my first review I kind of plan on doing on this channel. So what you can see here is my playlog for Final Fantasy VII, the remake. It is 100% done. So this is a full playthrough on hard mode. Every single enemy I have assessed, every single side mission done, combat simulator done, the super boss done, all the dresses done. And we're at about 67 hours played. Yeah, so I kind of wanted to get my thoughts together and really give an opinion on the game now that it's done. I've seen like a lot of reviews, like Donkey did a review of it, Ryuka, a bunch of other people. I want to sort of, you know, throw my thoughts out there. I haven't played the original, so let's just sort of get that out of the way first. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. I really liked the combat. I really liked the story. I really liked the characters, the voice acting. I did play in English. Normally for a game like this, I wouldn't do that, but I really like the voice acting. Um, yeah, so I guess from this top, graphics, obviously the game is beautiful. It is. If I had a PS4 Pro, I'd obviously much prefer to play it on that. Maybe down the track when they release part 2, I'll play it on PS5 because God knows when we're gonna get part 2. Uh, Gameplay wise, it was okay. So a lot of the stuff like felt very tedious, like especially when it felt like they were padding out areas. Like in chapter 9, we get to move the crane hands. Yeah, it just, I don't know, it felt forced, it felt padded. So not always great. I very much like the combat when it worked. I know it's like a redundant statement to say this, but when it worked, it worked. When it didn't, it didn't. And that was very exacerbated in hard mode, where you'd sort of get put into a room with like a bunch of enemies, and you would just find yourself getting stun locked and just hit by bullshit, and your whole party would wipe. So you have to start again, go from there. One thing I did really like, just on the topic of hard mode, is just like some of the bosses got changed up. So it wasn't just, hey, they deal more damage. It was the fact that they actually had an extra mechanic added to them. That's annoying. That's going to pop up in the video. Damn Java. So the best example is the house, Hell House. So on top of all of its other crap that it did, it would randomly spit out like 3 tonberries. And if you don't know what tonberry is, they just insta kill you. That's their whole gimmick. So that made the fight a lot more dicey. Lots of fun though. In terms of like actually 100%ing it, so getting all the manuscripts, which are the things that give you 10 weapon points, you can only get 3 for each character during a normal playthrough, and then there's obviously like 50 odd more. No, it's bad math, but yeah, about 45 or whatever it is more for playing on hard mode, for beating certain bosses, or as I found out in chapter 5, just going to a particular spot. So I had to play that chapter twice because I missed it the first time, so that was fun. Completion wise, the most tedious part is definitely the dresses and the chapter 14 resolutions, because that required multiple playthroughs of certain chapters, just again and again. Particularly chapter 3, you had to like 100% that chapter 3 times. But I definitely found myself enjoying the game so much on hard mode. Like, I felt like it just added a lot, like another layer to the combat. Because even though you got like max leveled out very quickly, you still had to think about everything you were doing a lot more. Definitely once you beat the super boss and you get the God of Damarong thing, let's quickly show it off in case you don't know what it is. Yeah, so this thing gives you limit immediately on whatever character you have. It also, as it says there, gradually fills during the battle. That thing is insane. Like, you can pop limit immediately in a boss fight, and then halfway through the boss fight, you'll just have it again. So you could, like, realistically, like in my fight against Sephiroth, like at the end here, I think I popped limit like 4 times. Yeah, it kind of just made that fight, like, don't get me wrong, I almost died to that fight. Like, you can see the HP of, hang on, of Tifa and Aerith here. Um, and obviously clouds are very low too. Yeah, that got very close. But still, um, got a damn wrong helped a lot. Uh, so yeah, so my final thoughts on the game, like I said, graphics fantastic, gameplay outside of combat, it was like okay, combat very good except for a few small things. Um, gameplay length like 67 hours, like that's pretty good for 100%. I think my first playthrough was like 36 hours. I think, yeah, 36 hours. Which is very good. My thoughts on the future though for this, I definitely got a bit annoyed during the week because I was reading an interview with some of the developers, I think it was, and they were talking about how they wanted to bring out smaller parts of the game so that they could release them faster. And what I know of like the original is Midgar alone is only like 10% of the story. So if they're gonna release like very padded out smaller chunks, like they're gonna be releasing this game for like 10 years. And we still don't know like how many parts they're gonna do, what their release schedule is like. We don't know any of that, and that actually very much annoys me as someone who loved this game, and I can definitely see all the the love and care that the developers put into it just kind of be soured by the fact that they're just not forthcoming at all with their expectations for the game. Like, yeah, they've just told us, the fans, nothing. But I overall love the game. Fantastic. I very rarely 100% games, and this was totally worth it to me. Yeah, so I kind of just want to get my thoughts together on this one. It's probably going to be a pretty short video. And I guess give an update as to what I'm going to be doing after this. I kind of want to split up my videos from now on, so instead of just every day being one game, maybe do some spread out over 3 days, like thinking about doing some Mario Maker, because it got updated recently and I haven't played that game in ages. I'm actually really tempted to play Final Fantasy 15 again, and also do a New Game Plus run of Dark Souls. Dark Souls 3, that is. Definitely not playing Dark Souls 2 again, at least not for the foreseeable future. Dark Souls 1 I'm tempted to do again, but 3 I definitely want to go back and play. So probably the next thing I do is just start a file on that, start recording, maybe record some Mario Maker, yeah, and go from there. So hopefully I can at least keep the channel interesting for, more things, so you're not just sort of going, oh, is this episode of Final Fantasy again. This gives someone, like, if you like different things, there's something more to look forward to, and I definitely want to try and edit more as well. As you probably saw the episode before, this is 3 hours long, but for this I really just wanted to show like a full playthrough. Obviously it was only my first playthrough. I didn't record any of my hard mode because a lot of it was me like jumping around in chapter select, particularly doing the dresses and the chapter 14 resolution stuff. Like, yeah, it's just hopping between chapters, doing different dialogue options again and again and again. Yeah, but yeah, that's my thoughts on Final Fantasy VII. I sincerely hope we get just something soon. I'm also like, if they're gonna release smaller parts, I hope they don't charge full price for them. That to me would just be a massive slap in the face. I would be happy if it was, say, like, they're like, hey, here's a 10-hour content drop, it's like $10 or something on PSN. That'd be fine. But I feel like they're not going to do that, and that's kind of annoying me, but at the same time, I'm happy to wait and see. But I would really love to hear you guys' thoughts on it, even if you just watch my playthrough, or if you're playing it yourself, what you think of the game, what you think the future of the game will be like. Yeah, it's definitely a discussion I want to have with you guys if you're watching. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the series, and I hope you're excited for more content in the future. But yeah, this has been Shadowlink Plays, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.